we have Mr. Manish Srivastav. He is the founder and CEO of Acom World. Further, he is also a co-founder of Knowledge E-Learning and Aukesoft. He holds an industry experience in technology over 15 years. He completed his BTech in Electronics and Communication from REVA. I humbly request Mr. Manish to kindly address the audience.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank IMS management for inviting me here. And the leading lights on GDKP have already shared about the basics of GDKP. Being a technology guy, I would like to talk about one particular aspect, which is artificial intelligence. So I think I am taller for this mic. Is it working? Is it working now? So as far as we understand that GDKP is emerging as a better way to assess the wealth of nations as compared to the old measure, that is GDP. I will just like to tell that how a country's capability in artificial intelligence can have a profound impact on its wealth and needs to reflect in its GDKP. So we are using artificial intelligence day in, day out today. In your mobile phones, you have Google Assistant or Siri. At our homes, we are using Alexa. So these are all forms of AI. But AI extends far beyond all this. So there are two kinds of AI, weak AI and strong AI. So the AI which can do a particular job well, like Alexa, it can just answer your queries, is weak AI. And strong AI is something which is more generic. A self-driven car can be an example of a strong AI because it has capability similar to human cognitive abilities. Like it can use computer vision, it can perform image recognition, and it can use deep learning to pilot a vehicle while in a given lane, avoiding accidents, taking care of the weather and road conditions, everything. I mentioned something called deep learning. So deep learning is, what makes a machine intelligent. And this is what differentiates a normal computer program from artificial intelligence computer program. Deep learning is inspired by how human brain works. And it's a critical technology which has made so much advances in AI possible. It's not a technical session, so I will not be telling much detail, but just to give you an idea how neurons work in our brain, the same thing has been mathematically modeled, and this is the foundation of deep learning. So we have artificial neural networks powering the deep learning, which allows machines to learn, improve themselves, and perform tasks which are akin to a human being. Now the question is that this deep learning is improving day by day. Processing power of the machines is going up. So where this will reach, what will happen in future, how powerful the AI can become. So this leads us to a very interesting place which is called singularity. Singularity is a term which comes up often in scientific discussions, and though there is a lot of confusion, but the key thing which most people agree is that singularity is the date on which AI systems will become more powerful than human beings. They will become more smarter than us, and they will reach to a point where they can self-improve, they can create AI better than themselves. Now this sounds like a far-fetched idea, but leading experts like, say, people from DeepMind lab of Google the director of engineering has said that computers will have human-like intelligence by 2029 and singularity will be achieved by 2045. So in next 20 odd years, we will have computers and artificial intelligence systems which will become smarter than us. And then society will change in ways you cannot imagine today. Now the point is that what will happen to the knowledge creation? Because we understand that in GDKP, creation, transmission and dissemination of knowledge are the key pillars. Transmission of knowledge, we have a lot of technology, satellite systems to schools to, different ways and means are there for transmission of knowledge. For dissemination of knowledge also technology plays a big role. But till date, right from the human history, beginning of history, knowledge creation remained in the purview of humans. And computer systems, though they are very fast at processing, they can do complex calculations fast, they can help us, but they have been treated as, add-on or extension to human capability. But now with the emergence of artificial intelligence, it is possible for computers and intelligent systems to create knowledge. And that leads us to a very interesting place. As the interaction between human being and computerized system changes and creation of knowledge comes to, the capability, within the capability of machines, the information which, the knowledge which we believe that only human beings can generate will go through a major change. The standard rules of how we measure creation of knowledge, how we measure the transmission of knowledge has to undergo changes. So we need to take care of the knowledge which is created by human being as well as the knowledge which is artificially created by machines. As the large scale production of knowledge is taken care of by AI based machines, the traditional models of growth will be disrupted big time. Things like demographic dividend, flight of intellectual capital, brain drain, they will become meaningless. And traditional rules of economic game will completely change. Countries which get first mover advantage in AI and deep learning technologies will leapfrog to a path of exponential growth and global domination. GDKP being a forward-looking model, we believe that GDKP is something which can give you insight about the future growth of the company, whereas GDP cannot. So GDKP, since it is a forward-looking model, it should be able to distinguish the future growth potential of a nation based on its current investment in building AI with deep learning capabilities. So I have two ideas to propose to people working in the domain of GDKP that they can think of working on these ideas. First is that higher weights and coefficients and or a separate category needs to be created for outlays and spends in R&D and implementation of AI and deep learning technologies vis-a-vis other domains for a clear differentiator. And not just the humans, but the number of intelligent machines that are there in a country will also matter and needs to be factored in when we calculate various constituents of GDKP. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for that deep insight on interrelation between AI and learning. Would request Dr. Manju Gupta to kindly facilitate our guest, Dr. Pareen Somani. Next in the turn, we would like to invite our international student, Mulungi from Uganda to express her ideas and opinions on GDKP.
Namaste. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Mulungi Esther Ruth from Uganda, East Africa, a final year student of IMS, Institute of Management Studies, Noida in India. I do BBA, Bachelor of Business Administration. I wanted to do BBA because I wanted to develop my managerial skills since I'm looking forward to be a job creator, not a seeker. I welcome you all, and I'm grateful for allowing me to stand in front of you today to share some few words. As the topic today about GDP, gross domestic product, I would like to resonate with you through the following. GDP as gross domestic product is the most commonly used measure for the size of an economy, and it can be complied for a country. It shows the total production in an economy or nation in the year, and this consists of various sectors like agriculture, industry, service, and others. From GDP, we also come to know about the economic growth of the country. According to the research I made about GDP in India, it shows that after the GDP program, there was a new method developed called GDKP, Gross Domestic Knowledge Product, which consists of measuring a country's wealth in the digital age. It was propounded by Professor Ubato Salpaso, who has worked in cooperation with several Indian institutions to create the first calculations of GDKP in India. It addresses all the Commission's criticisms of GDP by establishing a new form of measurement. GDKP creates a comparable measure of production of an individual wealth based on knowledge, which counts not only for evaluating the future wealth of an individual, but also contribution to the wealth of the country. GDKP measurements has 4 basic pillars, and I would want to point out one, as it has enabled me as an international student to successfully follow my dreams. Cost individual learning compared to the cost of living, which explains as political reference for government budgeting decision to support young citizens. When this opportunity showed up for further education, since education transforms both societies and people in particular direction, I decided to gain knowledge as to how I could add value to my country. Since I believe in that transformation, I chose India because compared to other countries, India has quality education with lesser costs than other countries, hence enabling me to acquire knowledge through the GDKP agenda. This encourages knowledge production and accumulation as well as its circulation, thus contributed something extra to GDP. I'm greatly thankful to the organizing committee of the conference and the audience for your good intentions and implementations of the economic growth through the GDKP. As I conclude, I would like to extend my gratitude to our Dean Bam, Dr. Manju Gupta, for giving me this opportunity to share with you some few words today. Thank you very much. May God bless you.
Thank you, Mulungi, for those valuable words. Hope you're having a great day. Next in order, we have Dr. Leela, founder Lily Exchange Center, Health, Medical Training, Counseling and Health Services, Education, IT Development, Consulting in UK, Iran and India. Ms. Leela is presently working as a General Manager of Relax Travel, Health Tourism, UAE. Dr. Mustafi is the trainer in Physiologic Birth Internship and also a member of Iran Medical Council. Along with this, she is also a founder of VMC Mom Center at Iran. She was one of the top 20 Courage Medical Council nominated physicians in 2014. She has a rich experience as a senior consultant midwife, international midwifery trainer and lecturer. She is also involved in the Asia Empower Women Project, consultant medical media programmer and filmmaker, specialist in Iran National Media, Dubai Media, Jagran Film Festival, media programmer in IRIB2, International Midwifery Birth Project, manager and many more to her career. Would humbly request ma'am to please address us.
Hello everyone, namaste, salamun alaikum, hello. I hope everybody feeling fine and thank you so much for staying here. Thank you Dr. Manju Gupta, such a wonderful superwoman. I'm really honored to be here with this wonderful dignitaries. And as she explained well, I am Leila Mustafi, basically from Iran, Tehran. I feel honored to be given an opportunity to express my thoughts here today. Again, salam to all of you and the dignitaries present on the desk here. We are a multinational organization, headquartered in London, the UK. Our expertise lies in women health and OB/GYN midwifery services of global standards. We offer OB/GYN midwifery services to clients, colleges, universities, hospitals, health centers from various countries. And we offering training and certification to aspiring midwives, doctors, and caregivers. Conduct workshops to generate awareness on the benefits of natural birth and midwifery. Support women empowerment and work tirelessly in all related fields to achieve our ultimate goal, the betterment and progress of mankind. We offer end-to-end IT counseling globally, especially in health and education sector. Today, I would like to take a few minutes to speak about health in general and women empowerment specifically. I've been endorsing family health, in particular globally. What does family health mean? It means a healthy mind, healthy family, healthy economic condition of a family and a society. Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. For a healthy life cycle, a person needs to have a balanced diet and has to regularly exercise. One must also live in a proper shelter, take enough sleep, and have good hygiene habits. So, how do we ensure that we are doing all the right things to have a good health? Let's spread the awareness for the importance of health. The health of all organisms depends on their surroundings or their environment. Our social environment is an important factor in our individual health. Public cleanliness is important for individual health. Therefore, we must ensure that we collect and clear the garbage regularly. We must also contact an agency who can take the responsibility of clearing the drains. Without this, we could severely affect your health. We need food for health, and for food, we will have to earn money by doing work. For this, the opportunity to do work has to be available. Good economic condition and jobs are, therefore, needed for individual health. We need to be happy in order to be truly healthy. If we mistreat each other and are afraid of each other, we cannot be healthy and happy. Social equality and harmony are important for individual health. The empowerment and autonomy of women and the improvement of their political, social, economic, and health status is a highly important end in itself. In addition, it is essential for the achievement of sustainable development. The full participation and partnership of both women and men is required in productive and reproductive life, including shared responsibility for the care and nutrition of children and maintenance of the household. In all parts of the world, women are facing threats to their lives, health, and well-being as a result of being overburdened with work and of their lack of power and influence. In most regions of the world, women receive less formal education than men, and at the same time, women's own knowledge, abilities, and coping mechanisms often go unrecognized. The power relations that impede women's attainment of healthy and fulfilling lives operate at many levels of society, from the most personal to the highly public. Yeah, sure. So I've been trying to wrap. Achieving change requires policy and program actions that improve women's access to secure livelihoods and economic resources, alleviate their extreme responsibilities with regard to housework, remove legal impediments to their participants in public life, and raise social awareness through effective programs of education and mass communication. In addition, improving the status of women also enhances their decision-making capacity at all levels in the spheres of life, especially in the area of sexuality and reproduction. This, in return, is essential for the long-term success of population programs. Experience shows that population and development programs are most effective when steps have stimulously been taken to improve the status of women countries should act to empower women and should take steps to eliminate inequality between men and women as soon as possible. So, establishing mechanism for women's equal participation and equitable representation at all levels of political process and public life in each community and society, and enabling women to articulate their concerns and needs. Second is promoting the fulfillment of women's potential through education, skill development, and employment, giving paramount importance to the elimination of poverty, literacy, and ill health among women. Eliminating all practices that discriminate against women. Adopt appropriate measures to improve women's ability to earn income beyond traditional occupation. Eliminating violence against women and eliminating discriminatory practices by employers against women, such as those based on proof of contraceptive use or pregnancy status, making it possible through laws, regulation, and other appropriate measures. I would like to go on and on and on and keep talking about my favorite favorite subject, but I would like to leave it with you, a food for you and for your thought till next time, because I have only 5 minutes now. Thank you so much, and wassalam. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your deep concern towards women's health and issues that they face all across the world. Next in the order, we have amongst us Dr. H.C. Pramod Rajput, who is a member of Leaders Excellent, Howard Square Vertical Head and Senior Vice President at Cadila Pharmaceuticals Limited. Dr. H.C. Pramod Rajput is a seasoned corporate professional with a rich experience of over 40 years in pharmaceutical and healthcare, sales and marketing, while working as Vertical Head and Senior Vice President at Cadila Pharma Limited, an Indian multinational leading pharma company based in Ahmedabad. He has launched many brands, divisions, and converted them into blockbuster brands and arrowhead divisions in organizations from acute to chronic therapy. He is a keynote speaker and motivational speaker in national and international forums in various institutions, while having a record of mentoring more than 13,000 plus young and seasoned minds, with streams in more than 375 virtual meetings and webinars on various subjects and areas. He has been awarded as the Man of Excellence Award for the year 2020, Business Leadership 2020-21, Atmanirbhar Award 21 by the Indian Achievers Forum and Global Mental Health Leaders by World Congress and Mental Health Summit. He is a global speaker of Global Mental Health Association USA and a member of Global Youth Mental Awareness Australia. Would humbly request sir to kindly address the audience.
All the beautiful dignitaries sitting here on the dais and on the office. It's my great pleasure and honor to be a part of such a wonderful institute. I would like to go to none other person, the RLA, Dr. Manju Gupta. Please give a big hand. And of course, lot of other dignitaries sitting here. I was listening very quietly. Right, so I was just noting it down because I am in habit of noting. Because I am in the industry where we talk business. Every time, every second when we spend, it is an ROI, return on investment. Because we are in the sales and marketing. Right. So it is very, very important for me, whenever I am there, I should learn something from the people, and at the same time, I should ask from the people or to the students who are going to be the future. And today, it's a great opportunity that on this platform, what Dr. Manju told me and what I was listening from Dr. Hari, that we are launching this not only for Ghaziabad, not only for this beauty, not only for India, it is for the entire globe. So congratulations to be a part of this beautiful journey, which is this. Congratulations. Here we are talking about what Madam said about it, that the knowledge is skill, K part of it, right? So it is very, very clear. See, there is a competition of the skill. You will agree with me or not? Because people, they have a good emotional intelligence part, or they have a good quality. But what skill you are going to make, that is going to give you the innovation part. And that's what Dr. Hari said, and Dr. Manju said, that innovation is going to be the key of the success of the future. And that is the reason the student and the people who are going to build the K factor, which is very, very important. Second thing, he was also talking about, Madam was talking about the learning and earning. So I said, yes, when there is a learning is there, then only you can earn, because knowledge is learning, learning is earning. And the second part is about the health and wealth. We always say if you have a good health, we are going to have a good wealth. And the result is good wealth means you have to have a good health in terms of your mental and in terms of overall. So I am going to speak to you about one of the very, very important industry, which is the pharmaceutical industry. दवा हिंदी में दवा बोलते हैं और हमें हमेशा अपने जीवन के लिए for our entire life we have to have the medicine and at the same time food, which is very important, and of course the knowledge is the basic thing of it. So with this, I am going to speak on very important part. Please give your attention, please. If any question is there, you can talk to me about it. So the basic funda is Swasth Bharat, Disciplined Bharat, Healthy India and Wealthy India. Healthy India and Wealthy India. Because the student is sitting here and the students are going to learn. If you will be mentally healthy, physically healthy, you are going to add lot of attributes, not only for the nation but for the entire world itself. Next please. So points with a pointer, which I am going to speak about current scenario in the pharmaceutical industry and Indian healthcare market, support from the Indian government and opportunities ahead and the way forward, which Mr. Srivastava has spoken, that what is the way forward, why artificial intelligence is going to take a role on it. Next please. I go there. Advantage with India. So one beautiful advantage is that we have lot of the demands which are there. The strong demand, we have the rising income. You will see, you would have noticed that income would have risen, right? And the people, they have the expenditure power to ensure that they. The thing is, healthcare sector has again grown very well because the COVID has proven that yes, the essential drugs are required and we can make a very different one. Next. Attractive opportunities. The government of India has already increased the entire segment, the GDP segment of that, and that is the reason we are talking about the entire big big items which is there in front of all you guys. Next. Policies and the government support. Today we are talking about here, and that's what Dr. Bharat said, that we are going to provide this policy. While our CM is going to put the things here, and the CM will be going to inculcate for the PM itself. So the lot of the policies government is going to get inculcated in the healthcare sector. Next. Why to prioritize this? Because you all have seen the blue part of the world has been changed to the red, and again it is coming back to the blue part. And that's why we say that COVID has taught lot many things, right? As a mental part also, as a physical part also, as a requirement as well. This is the situation. India, when we talk about India and all the developed countries, when we talk that the risk ratio is very, very high. Of course, the risk ratio is very high in Germany, United States, US and all. But when we talk about India risk ratio here, you will find that we are going to be a diabetes capital of the world. The hypertension part is increasing a lot. So it means the opportunities are there how to convert this risk ratio towards a good and healthy life, how we can build it. Next thing. So what is the intervention? Intervention is that we should prevent ourselves. It is very important. So prevention is the basic part of the intervention. Intervention to the prevention. So I am not going to read. I am going to talk about it. These are the 5 basic things are there. Dietary intervention, vaccines are there, safe and safe childhood, because we have seen it is not in the dietary or diversity. When we talk about the dietary, there is a lot of problems are there when the mother is going to deliver a baby. So that's the reason we talk about a safe childbirth. Hygiene part is very important, and then again lot of opportunities are there. Therapeutic anti-infective medicines which are basically required, and that is the reason we all have seen that we are are going for the COVID-19 and so many other things as well. Last is medicine for the heart disease. This strokes emotional element and the same kind of physical element, which is very, very important. Yes. So Indian healthcare market, the second point I want to tell you is there are the healthcare market functions to the 6 basic segments. And the 6 basic segments are hospital, pharmaceutical, diagnostic, medical equipment and supplies, and medical insurance and telemedicine. This is the entire 6 curriculum, the entire pharmaceutical industry in Europe. And you know what is the pharmaceutical industry in India? It is 1,50,000 crore. 1,50,000 crore. If I ask any of the students to write how many zeros are there, you have to think twice. And the Indian pharmaceutical industry is growing by 17.6%. That's the growth is there. And that's the reason lot of new avenues are coming up in the entire India, not only in India, but the entire world. So this is basically the growth which I told you. And in 2022, what is the CAGR? 76.6%, and it will be of $972 billion industry. This is the total world economy. So you all can see that what a beautiful scope is there for each and every person sitting here and the students which are there. So per capita health experience is risen at a fast pace. The reason is due to the rise in income, easier availability, accessibility. It has given us a lot of rise in the income path. And now the greater penetration is for the health insurance. The people are going for the health insurance. The COVID has taught us that health has to be a priority, and that is the reason the new avenues have come, and the insurance is becoming a real important part. Next week. So this is the thing which I am going to talk, the medical colleges, right? Medical colleges are increasing, the requirement of the doctors are increasing, the requirement of the medical college, the requirement of the doctor is increasing. They cannot do alone. They have to have a complete infrastructure, which is very, very important. And this is the way the GDP is going to increase, not only for India, but the entire world as well. So government support. India is dedicated to the health sector in the 3 ways. The 2.1% GDP in 2022. This is the 1-year segment, and the expectation of the GDP with the health segment is going to be 2.8%. This is the growth which is going to happen, and the target of reaching the health expenditure is 2.5% of the GDP. So re-emergence of traditional medical care. I just want to rotate the thing. Market size and service offers. I told you that not many services are coming up in a different way. New avenues are there which will help everybody. Leading brands and the players. Leading brands when I talk about, they are talking about your like PLCC, Apollo, and not in the brands that come, which are talking that how stability or business stability has to be taken care. Development of the infrastructure is coming up. The new hospitals, new ways, new diagnostic centers are coming up, which is going to add not many avenues in that. And of course, the notable trends are there. That is our Ayush practice. The government is inculcating that how Ayush is going to help us, how Ayush is going to build this beautiful economy in the entire world. So these are the government initiatives. I think most of you guys are knowing about it. There are 20 government initiatives are there, but fortunately, unfortunately, we know only 3, 4, 5. But if we see, we must hats off to our Prime Minister that 20 initiatives are there, from the poorest to the richest, from the poorest to the richest, and the people should ensure it that they should be a part of this initiative. Next. So foreign direct investment is growth, because now our Prime Minister is also encouraging that not many international companies they should come, they should add the value so that India should become a capital of the healthcare industry in the entire world. Opportunities ahead. So opportunities in the healthcare system, yes. This is the first opportunity, that is the infrastructure which I already told you. Second is research. Now India is another hub of research. Any of the new molecules, is coming, or the biosimilars are coming. India is supposed to be the best because we have the facility, we have the brains, and we have all the competencies that are required. Health technology is another thing, and the medical device thing. So global trends in the healthcare sector, it is a shift from the communication to the lifestyle diseases. That's the reason lot many companies have started working on that. Expansion of tier 2 to tier 3 cities, because that is the reason the government is reaching. And emergence of the telemedicine, because you know that I'm sure in the COVID time, most of the people sitting here, even for me too, so we are connected We were not even going to the doctor. It was a completely a telemedicine, the AI which is helping us. And we were able to, we were physically there in the doctor's chamber, but we were able to take the treatment. It is not for the chronic disease, it is not for the acute disease. Wherever it was required, that's the way the segment has come. 3-4 minutes, that's all. Madam is secret. Okay. Focus on universal immunization, which is very, very important. 150 crore people, they have been immunized. That is the vision of our respected Prime Minister. And technology initiative which Mr. Srivastava was talking about, that AI is going to work. I am going to talk about how AI, AR, VR, XR is going to help us and how the mixed reality is going to help us in the coming time. And this is very important to understand the thing here, because if you are going to work in any segment, in the AI part, you are also going to work with the augmented reality, you are going to work with the mixed reality, you are going to work with the extended reality. It is very, very important, because in the pharmaceutical industry, we are working not only in the pharma industry, not only in the electronic or the electronic industry. Many of the industries they have taken it up. Next please. Next. Way forward. These are the bullet points on that. AI optimization, healthcare system to system-based technology. This is the new turnaround. Believe to me, this is a new turnaround is going to happen, which is going to help, and that's what this forum which is there on this power forum, the students are going to learn about it and how the change can happen. Use of big data in the world of medicine. So what Mr. Srivastava talking about AI and big data. This is going to help us how to take, it is going to recognize and it is going to give us the accuracy part. Quantum computing of new era to tackle healthcare problems and reduce the cost. Then advanced genome sequences. Then technology of liquid biopsy. Why am I talking about liquid biopsy? Today, cancer is the most deadly disease. Believe to me, remember, after 10 years of time, cancer is going to be a chronic disease, because that's what the work is going on. That's what the work on the genome therapy is going on. That's the work in the biosimilars are going on. People, reincarnation to AI in use of nanorobots. Remember, 2050 reincarnation of AI to the nanobots is going to happen. They are going to put the entire brain on the person's mind so that you can have a reincarnation and the work is already on. That is the way we are going to expand our learning path. IoT technologies in healthcare system, and last but not least, user of the pharma in 4.0. When I talk about the 4.0 of the pharma industry, it means accuracy without a person touch. Of course, computers will be taken care by the person, but the computer is going to decide the accuracy part. That is all. Because I want to address this students. Again, you are the future not only for the nation, you are the future for the world. You guys are going to build, you guys are going to inculcate the knowledge-based learning. And knowledge is actually required, because there is again I'm repeating, there is a competition of wisdom is there, there is a competition of the skills are there, there is a competition of learning is there, and today the innovation is going to rule. So with this, thank you so much. Thank you. Wish you all the best. Great information, right? And I'm also always there along with you on this beautiful journey. Thanks. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for that powerful and energetic content on learning through various modes and motivating our students to pursue their career ahead. We have our, amongst us, very eminent personalities. Would like to request Dr. Manju Gupta to kindly facilitate our special guest. Would humbly request ma'am to please facilitate Ms. Neetu Kumari, who is advisory panel member of Central Board of Film Certification, Kolkata. She is a founder of Sur Sargam Kala Sansthan and Nutan Nitra Sangeet Kala Mahavidyalaya. She is an impaneled artist as ICCR, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. She is as well a Senior Research Fellowship Awardee at CCRT, Ministry of Culture, Government of India.
She is a beautiful singer, and on my request, she came to the conference. So I really feel that, ma'am, if you can sing for us for 3 minutes, so that the environment would be enlightened more. Yeah?
थैंक यू सो मच मंजू जी, और सभी को नमस्कार प्रणाम करते हुए एक गजल रखती हूँ छोटा सा। हेलो। कहीं भी अचानक था जब कोई मूड हो नहीं हो, सुर हो या साथ हो नहीं हो, फिर भी अपनों का प्यार बहुत कुछ कह जाता है। इसलिए अब गवारा नहीं, दिल को तन्हाइयाँ, अब गवारा नहीं, दिल को तन्हाइयाँ, मेरे ख्वाबों की ताबीर बन जाएंगे। आपको मैंने पूजा खुदा की तरह, आपको मैंने पूजा खुदा की तरह। आइए मेरी तकदीर बन जाइए, अब गवारा नहीं, दिल को तन्हाइयाँ।
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that beautiful presentation. I'm sure everybody feels a little more energetic now. Next, would like to invite Shiv Vinayak Sharma ji, Varish Patrikar Sampadak, Sampark Kranti. Would request Manju ma'am to kindly facilitate him as well. With over 35 years of professional experience, she has spoken in more than 202 national and international webinars and conferences in the capacity of chief guest, guest of honor, inaugurator, keynote speaker, valedictorian, chairperson, presenter, and interviewee. She has represented at 180 online international webinars and government and non-governmental organizations all across the world. She has helped to educate more than 1 lakh people around the world through her humanitarian work during the COVID-19. Dr. Pareen Somani holds 5 doctorate degrees, including 2 PhDs, Doctor of Philosophy, Education Media on 27 December 2020 from Universal Press Education Vidyapeeth, affiliated to Shine International University, Doctor of Philosophy in Education Leadership on 10th of December 2020 from KESISEI International University. Would humbly request ma'am to please address us.
It is my privilege to be here today. First of all, I would like to say a very big thank you to IMS Noida, the Dean of the University, Dr. Manju Gupta, for inviting me here. There are many dignitaries sitting down here, Dr. Maram, the Vice Chancellor of Digital University, Dr. Rajputji, Dr. Leila, Raviji and Manishji, and all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. All my good fellow friends who are here today, it is lovely to have all of you and it is wonderful to know how the technology is working. You can see how the technology is working. Within a second, things have just moved out. When we talk about, I think we all have heard about GDKP. We all know that G means gross, D means domestic, K means knowledge, and P, we are talking about the product of India. There was always GDP. There was no K there. Am I right? बराबर छे, सबको मालूम है ना, K नहीं था पहला. हाँ, अभी K आ गया है. K is the knowledge, which is IMS Noida has taken the initiative, first time in the historic way, historic one, in the history, knowledge of hub, which is IMS Noida. So I think IMS Noida, Dr. Manju Gupta, who has taken this initiative, working on it, gets a big credit from all of us, not just from sitting down here, from the whole global world. I think so she deserves a big round of applause. And especially the president of IMS Noida, which Rajiv Gupta and Srimati Shilpa ji, I think they guys are working beautifully in IMS Noida. And without this team, I don't think we could be sitting down here and we all can be part of this initiative. So I think by having this, in this pandemic, we have gone through a lot of challenges, and in the 7th International Conference of GDKP, Innovation and Index, Reality, vice versa, a birth of COVID-nomics with a special emphasis on the new matrix for the wealth and the health of a nation. GDKP is the product, it is the privilege that we are sharing the knowledge on this platform of the mass concept of knowledge produced and producer in the India of the internet age. In the contemporary life, the life has highlighted many numerous challenges, particularly the COVID-19 pandemic. Societies have been affected globally, physically, mentally, economically, and financially. Globalization has increased the rate of technological development. If you remember, in the small villages, we did not have television, we did not have internet, but within a COVID, within a flick of a second, all the colleges, all the small schools, all the universities, even the grandpas and grandma who doesn't know how to do the video conferences, we were all on the video because we were not allowed to go from our house. So this revealed a myriad of opportunity for development of the humanity, progressing human health and wealth of the nation. This pandemic is a prime example. It's vital that we are prepared for the unprecedented circumstances and the changes which has taken place. Individuals better prepare for challenges through knowledge and skill development. So this is what we are looking to do. Challenges can overcome through planning, devising, implementing novel strategies. Education can prepare students for employment, which is what IMS Noida is taking a lot of interest and lot of hard work by all the professors, by teachers, by the faculty members are taking a deep interest in the students to bring them up. Plenty of NGOs also involved, but students have to become accustomed to the knowledge through remote learning during the pandemic. I'm sure we have gone through a lot of things, so my main purpose of my talk, I'm going to be concluding very quickly that the main thing I would say that aim to make a session easily to understand as possible all the participants despite the numbers. Train participants on the technology and the software education institution will be using through an email, online links with the literature. So guidelines for receiving certificates should be stated and attendance should be recorded. Open content should always be easily accessible. For example, Government of India platform, which is a Swayam, which we all are aware of it, which is the largest platform in the education industry. Coursera or edX are the great example, and now we are working on the different projects as well. Guni Guru is one of in the Ganpat University where I normally visit in the Gujarat. That's also one of the very good platform. Educators should encourage students to make use of the e-tutorial to stimulate participants or institution organization to content. So references and suggested material should be made available to all the students around the global world, using the technology, acquiring knowledge through the new ideas, new eras, and living in this society. A wonderful way for students to share and discuss the existing and the new concepts through discussions and virtual platforms and a social media. In this pandemic, we all have gone through many challenges. The world is upside down. We wanted to bring it together. How can we do that? Let me give you 3 pieces of advice I may have given to a couple of people who are sitting down. It may be the repetition, but there are new crowds, I can see that. First of all, the main thing that we need to understand ourselves. We have to be positive thinker. When we are positive, the vibes around us will help us to bring the people, to bring the society together. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. It took years and years to build the Rome. And I'll give you an example of caterpillar. Caterpillar changes into the beautiful color. So we sitting down here, we all have a strength. That strength is very powerful. The soul is very powerful to change what Prime Minister Modi's ambition, his wish to make this India a country, a global country, a hub of a place where everybody can do the business here. Excuse me. So this is the one what we are looking to do. We need to follow we need to follow our true instinct, which is number 2. When we follow the true instinct, then the world will become the ethical. We have to be fair, we have to be clean, we have to be pure in our thoughts, in our ideas, and we have to be fair and help each other. And number 3, be the person who can build the bridges. If there is a wall in front of me and you, we can't see each other. But when we have a bridge passing by, we can cross and we can help each other. Forget about the colors, forget about the religion, forget about the social things. Be one and help each other. It is only by working together we can make a positive global change. Thank you very much once again for having me here.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Next in the order, would like to request all our dignitaries to kindly unveil our souvenir for the conference. Furthermore, would like to request our dignitaries to kindly unveil our mascot for the current conference, that is 7th International Conference. To aware the audience what this mascot is all about, since we are into this particular conference which talks about gross domestic knowledge product, So this particular mascot represents that IMS Noida is going to be the hub of knowledge for this specific purpose of gross domestic national product, which aims to be the first center in India and abroad to be the knowledge and management hub of GDKP in India. So huge round of applause for this mascot. Conveners and co-conveners along with Dr. Manju Gupta to please facilitate all our panelists over here with our mementos, a token of appreciation from IMS Noida for their valuable time and effort that they had taken to be among us and address our audience. First, would like to request ma'am to kindly honor Dr. Maram. A huge round of applause for Dr. Maram. Next, would like ma'am to please honor Dr. Pareen Somani. Next, would request Dr. Govind sir to please honor Dr. Leah. Would request Dr. Manju Gupta to please honor Mr. Pramod Rajput. Would request Savita ma'am to kindly honor Ms. Neetu Kumari. Would humbly request Govind sir to please honor Mr. Manish. Would request Manju ma'am to please honor Mr. Ravi Arora. Mr. Manish, then Mr. Ravi Arora. Manju ma'am to please honor Mr. Ravi Arora. Next in the order, we have Mr. Jagdeep Maan. Next, would like Savita ma'am to please honor Joanna and Mulungi, our international students as well, who have been contributing a lot in the entire conference in the form of their valuable inputs. Last but not the least, would request Dr. Maram to please facilitate our Dr. Manju Gupta ma'am as well. A huge round of applause. The energy seems to be a little low. Can we have another huge round of applause? Thank you so much, dignitaries.
It's a great honor and privilege of mine to propose a vote of thanks before the galaxy of speakers. On behalf of complete committee of conference, we would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the all dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, all the keynote speakers, guest speakers. We are thankful to you for making to the event. My heartfelt gratitude to Almighty for making this day happen. Because during the ravaging times of COVID-19, we could not imagine we could have this new normal coming to have the physical event in this way. And my thanks to Dr. Manju Gupta ma'am. She has taken all the initiatives for organizing such a wonderful conference on this day. So my gratitude to her, and we find her that she is a great inspiring force and a guiding source for each and every event whatsoever happens in the campus. Ma'am, you are a great pillar of strength to us. Thank you so much. And my sincere thanks to Dr. Harikrishnan Maram. He is not only advisor to this conference, but also a very family family member to IMS Noida. I find him a great person and a wonderful gentleman. Sir, we are thankful to you for guiding us, advising us on each and every steps, for making this meeting happen. My big thanks to Dr. Jeff Cole, CEO, Center for Digital Future of Annenberg School of University of Southern California, for making this day happen, because he is one of the advisors to this conference, and through his video lecture and address, he has unfolded the theme of GDKP. So that was the actually idea phase, that we should have this collaboration with IMS Noida to organize this event. And that was facilitated and executed with the coordination of our Dean ma'am. Next, moving on, my thanks to Professor Amberto Salpaso, inventor of Gross Domestic Knowledge Product Model of India. Sir, we are really thankful to you that you have made all the efforts to make this happen and make this event be successful. Through your online lecture for 20 minutes, we could not have it due to the paucity of time. But next time, whenever it is feasible, we would run it to the full length and full time so that we can understand this GDKP. At the very initial start, I was also a bit confused about GDP and GDKP. But nowadays, what I saw, even during RBI's Innovation Hub, I think yesterday it came up, RBI Innovation Hub. So they are not only having the knowledge product or innovative product, they are talking about the innovations in practice as well as innovation policies and innovation in processes. So these are the things which are taking place under the very guidance and innovative thought of this current government of India. So moving on, we are thankful to Shri Manish Srivastava, CEO, and who has made this day happen and who has taken out time to address our gathering. Thank you so much, sir. And my thanks to Mulingi and Joanna Rose for taking out their time and addressing the audience on the very topic of GDKP. My big thanks to Dr. Leela Mostafi, founder Lily Excellence Center, Health Medical Training, Counseling and Health Services Education, IT Development and Consulting UK, India and Iran. She has highlighted the K factor of different sectors of economy to improve efficiency of capital investment in the market. My thanks to you, ma'am, for gracing this event with your benign presence. Then moving on, my thanks to Dr. Pramod Raju sir, who has unfolded how much opportunities are there for the students in the pharmaceutical sector. Particularly, if you are producing something relating to health, you can have bigger opportunities and that you can have much more rising career. We are thankful to you, sir, that you have unfolded, you have guided the students so that they can also think of making their career in the domain. Last but not the least, my thanks to each and everyone. Shri Jagdeep Man sir, my thanks to Shri Ravi Arora ji, my thanks to Neetu ma'am. She has made everyone have the goosebumps. Your voice is so melodious. I think that is a different kind of note which we have heard from you, and we would like to have your, I think if ma'am permits us and if it is possible, we would like to have your concert over here in the campus. So my thanks to you, ma'am, and my thanks to each and everyone. I'm really sorry if I have not mentioned the names of all the persons who have contributed in any of the capacity, directly or indirectly. So I'm thankful to each and everyone. And last but not the least, my thanks to all the organizing committee members, conveners, all the logistic support provided by Shri Manish Gupta ji and his team. My thanks to all the technical support team, Santosh ji, Bhupinder ji, and any other whosoever has just contributed to the success of this event. So with this, I thank you each and everyone. But I cannot forget the big thanks goes to all the audience. Without you, nothing can happen. So my big thanks and a pat on your back. You can have a pat on your back because of you. This event has been possible. Thank you.